the mantra, you are just watching the flame, or you are just watching the light. Please don't fall asleep. Retain your consciousness. See the light at the third eye region. Please don't fall asleep. Retain your consciousness. See the light. தூங்கிடாதீங்க. உணர்வை தக்க வச்சுக்கணும். ஒளியை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கணும். Please don't fall asleep. Retain your consciousness. See the light in the third eye region. Retain your consciousness. Don't fall asleep. Be seeing only the light. Now we are slowly coming back to the world. Don't get up immediately. Just chant the mantra internally with your mind without moving your lips. For you, for the sake of you, I'll chant the mantra. Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Arupperum Jodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arupperum Jodi. You also chant with me slowly the mantra. கொஞ்சம் வாய் விட்டு இந்த மந்திரத்தை சொல்லுங்க. உடம்பு அசைய வேண்டாம், வாய் மட்டும் அசைஞ்சு மந்திரத்தை சொல்லட்டும். அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, தனி பெரும் கருணை, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, தனி பெரும் கருணை, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, தனி பெரும் கருணை, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி, தனி பெரும் கருணை, அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி. இப்பொழுது மெதுவாக குரு மத்தியில் குருநாதர் வள்ளலாரனுடைய உருவப்படத்தை நினைத்துக் கொண்டு அவருடைய திருவடிகளை தொட்டு வணங்கி நன்றி சொல்லுங்கள். You touch the divine feet of Vallalar and thank him for giving us this experience. You imagine Vallalar's photograph at the center of your forehead. You touch his divine feet and thank him for giving us this blissful experience. With your hands, you are holding the divine feet of Vallalar. You are thanking Him with your heart and soul. You are putting your head under the feet of Vallalar and you are receiving his blessings. Arupperunjodi is passing through your head from the divine feet of Vallalar, and it is cleansing your body of all its diseases. It is cleansing your mind of all its impurities. Even your soul is cleansed. It is made pure. Individually, you know what are the diseases your body is ailing with. So, if you have got headache, you ask Vallalar to heal you. Now, Arupperunjodi is passing through your head into the body from the divine feet of Vallalar, and it is curing your disease. You become disease free. You become once again hale and healthy. உங்களுடைய உடலில் ஏதாவது நோய் இருந்தால் வள்ளலாரினுடைய திருவடிகளிலிருந்து அந்த அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி உங்களுடைய சிரசின் வழியாக இந்த உடம்பில் இறங்கி அந்த நோயை குணப்படுத்துவதாக நம்பிக்கையுடன் பாவனை செய்யவும். மெதுவாக உடலை இரண்டு புறமும் திருப்பவும். Turn your body once or twice very slowly. Turn your body. Don't get up immediately. உடனடியாக எழ வேண்டாம். மெதுவாக இடதுபுறமும் வலதுபுறமும் மெதுவாக உடம்பை திருப்பவும். Turn your body this way and that way once or twice. And then slowly on your right side or left side, you put your hand. With the help of your hand, you get up slowly. And before opening your eyes, you rub your palm. You cover your face with your palms. You see, first thing, you see the inside of your palms. And then you thank the Lord. And then slowly open your eyes. Slowly get up. One or two people have fallen asleep. It's all right. Please wake them up. If you fall asleep, nothing is wrong. We don't lose anything. It's all right. The body is very tired. It's all right. Now, the final session of question and answer begins. It will go on for about 10 minutes. Our Father Sebastian wants to ask me some questions. If you have got questions, please put them on paper and give it to me. Maria, give them paper and pen. You can ask about anything. For the past 2 days, I have gone through some important themes in spirituality. You cut the paper, give them small pieces. Just in 1 or 2 lines, you ask the question. Don't have to write in detail. Just the question will do. Because it's already 8:30. Food ready? Can I put it directly? Yes, sir. You want to speak? Come. Yes.
I understand by sleep as a process which happens to me. I do not positively enter into sleep, but I fall asleep. And hence, is it possible for me to control the sleep? I'm making it light sleep or deep sleep? Do I have control over sleep?
Yes. It's a good question, Father Sebastian. See, sleep is a natural process. All the beings in God's creation, they enter into sleep. But strangely, it is man's capacity to stop sleeping. You see, if I give you an example, you will understand. No animal or no tree goes for fasting. Do they? No. But man has a capacity to go for fasting. Why? If you go fasting, what happens? You will have to bear the pain of hunger. Once you know the full implications of hunger, then you can know the nature of hunger. Once you know the nature and limitations of hunger, then you can make an attempt to conquer it. That is the meaning of vrata or fasting. In the same way, the natural process of sleep can also be slowly, gradually, by degrees controlled. See, a great saint like Ramana Maharshi had conquered sleep. It's an unnatural process. It is an artificial process, and all yoga, all meditation, all tapas are unnatural, artificial processes earned by man. So, we have to control our sleep, and it can be done. It can be done. Because, as I said earlier, sleep is introducing darkness into our consciousness. Where there is cessation of consciousness, there will be death. What is enlightenment of consciousness? No cessation, no breakdown in consciousness. There should be no break. Let alone breakdown. There should be no break. That is the purpose of Yoga Nidra. The body should be given enough rest. The mind should be given enough rest. But there should be no break in consciousness. If there is break in consciousness, death is going to occur. Death in consciousness. So, never lose your consciousness. With control, with perseverance, we can conquer sleep. Any other question, please? But please see to it that your health is not broken. Your health is not jeopardized. So, we have to take care of your body. We have to take care of our health. That is why I'll ask you to go about it gradually. 15 minutes for the first 6 months. And you are replacing sleep with meditation. Meditation can give you, in fact, more rest. 10 minutes of meditation, they say, is equal to 3 hours of sleep in giving rest to the body and the brain. Now, why I am afraid of death? It's quite natural. Who is not afraid of death? If you are not afraid of death, you are already superhuman. Even gods are afraid of death. It's a good question. Why I am afraid of death? Because you want to live. That's the right indication. Unless you are afraid of something, you will not master it. Okay? Another question. Mother Teresa was compassionate enough for everyone? Didn't she attain the state of Vallalar? See, normally we should avoid comparison with one saint with another. This is not going to take us anywhere. Comparison is a function of the mind. The purpose and motive of yoga is to go beyond mind. Comparison means you are already caught up inside the boundary of mind. What are we going to gain by comparing with one saint with another? Nobody is going to gain anything. You see? So, the very question we need not raise. Mother Teresa was a great saint by her own right. Vallalar was a great saint by his own right. So, by comparing one saint, we could be belittling one saint, and we could be giving more respect to another saint. It is not our purpose. It is not going to serve us. So, always I avoid such questions. If you say yes, we feel the loss. If you say no, you feel the loss. See? What are you going to gain by this question? Who is greater, Buddha or Christ? If you say Buddha, the Christians will suffer. If you say Christ, the Buddhists will have pain. So, what are you going to gain? Buddha was great, Christ was great, Ramalinga was great in their own right. See, God is sending His own favorite children into this world for our own sake. A Buddha did not need anything. He had already attained the supreme state. Christ had attained the ultimate stage. Vallalar had attained ultimate stage. Then why were they sent into this world? Because for the welfare of us mortals. So stop comparing one saint with another. You are not going to gain anything. See to it whether you have attained the supreme state. The state of either Mother Teresa or Vallalar. You attain the stature of Mother Teresa, be all compassionate towards all children. Have an orphanage full of children, orphans. Take care of, nurse the sick people. Do whatever you can. This is not going to help you. This is my humble opinion. Please forgive me if I am wrong. As you told now, if one could live 1,000 years, if they practice only 1 hour of sleep, what about Leonardo da Vinci? It's a good question. I told you he slept for only 1.5 hours a day. Yes. But what about the other factors? He wasted his energy in ever so many ways. Those things we cannot discuss here. He was not intent upon living for 1,000 years. He had some bad habits also he had, which I cannot tell you here in the public. So, by wasting his energy in evil ways, he had some limitations also. He committed some sins also. So, he was the cause of death. He could have lived 1,000 years or more. It is possible for everyone. According to the Bible, one man lived for 967 years. Can you name him? Who was it? Methuselah. Yes. Methuselah. In fact, George Bernard Shaw, the English playwright, has written a whole play with that name, Back to Methuselah. He wanted us to live for 967 years like Methuselah. So, everyone is capable of living, but unfortunately we are our own enemies. So, we are sowing the seeds of destruction. We are our own enemies and we kill ourselves. Mostly, it is some kind of a unconscious suicide. That is what we are doing. Did Vallalar attain all the branches of knowledge through meditation or by what means? It's a very good question. It's a very good question. See, Vallalar had attained the knowledge of music. If you go through his biography, you don't find that he was taking lessons in music from any teacher of music. But he was a master musician. He was able to compose more than 1,000 songs on every raga in Carnatic music. How was he able to do that? And he himself gives the answer in one of his songs. He says, Kattrathu ninnidame, kettathu ninnidame. He was directly learning from God himself, he says. It is called Odadu Unardal. Unardal, intuitive learning. Learning not through books, but direct learning from God Himself. Is it possible? Can you name somebody else? Yes. The mathematician Srinivasan Ramanujam from Kumbakonam is supposed to be the number one mathematician of all times. One mathematician, Professor Hardy of Cambridge, he says, when compared with the intelligence of Ramanujan, Einstein's intelligence was very little. Einstein was a child when compared with the genius of Ramanujan. With his mathematics, he had seen 11 dimensions. We don't even know what are they. We know 4 dimensions. Length, breadth, and in between, the inner space. A cube has got 3 sides. That is 3 dimensions. And the 4th dimension is time. What about 11 dimensions? We don't know. But Ramanujan had seen 11 dimensions with his mathematics. When somebody asked him, how do you know all these things? He said, my family deity Namagiri is whispering the answers into my ears. This is direct learning from God. It is possible. It depends upon your strength of prayer. In the same way, Swami Vallalar was learning directly from